See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, everybody, this is Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, I hope you're ready for your weekly shot of Dunlap. Right into your veins.
Wow.
Remember how radio hosts used to say, get your daily shot of Lycus right up your vein.
What?
Did you ever listen to old Tom Lycus? This is a bad way to start a podcast. Did you ever listen to Tom Lycus? People just like throwing their phone out a window.
No, I didn't listen to that. I listen to AM radio in the truck. People say, oh, you can't get all the good stations, this and that. That's all I need to listen to. That's all I have.
That's how people used to look at things.
Huh?
That's how people used to look at
Well, that's
things.
still how I look at things. Should I listen to other stuff? Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. But that, set my waves. I'm up there in age. I think it's all right for me to just like, nah, the hell with this. I'm just going to, depending on what it is,
Human rights.
Well, no, not that. I'm saying just me set my way, me listen to AM radio. I don't see how it's hurting nobody.
Folks, you're listening to the Red State Update podcast. My name is Dunlap, the Dirt Nap. This is my little friend, Jackie Bros. He's old as hell and don't give a shit if you think AM radio sucks. He's going to listen to it all day long.
I
he
didn't say
loves
it like
Trump.
that, but, I don't love Trump. What the hell are
That's
you
the
talking about?
attitude that got us Trump. Well, it's all I need. It's all I got.
Well,
Trump.
I never said that. No, the hell with that. I don't like, I didn't say anything good about Trump. I never have, never will.
Are you sure you won't keep being racist? That's all I need. That's all I got.
AM radio ain't racist.
Well, I mean, some of it is.
Well, sure, but I'm sure there's racism on every radio station. Not every one of them, but, on the FM too.
Let's just say it. All radio is racist.
Well, yeah, probably, yeah. I'm going to guess it is. But if I have to listen to the racism, I want to hear it on AM.
WSM 650. Wait a minute. So you're saying that it's not even, it's all you got, all you need. You can't stand. That's right. You hate the way FM sounds.
It just don't sound the same. It don't sound right in the truck speakers to me.
You know how most people, folks, when you get into a car or a truck and you turn the key over and it comes on that crackly blast of old-fashioned, what people used to have to listen to when they got in the, and you like, turn that off. Is something wrong with this car? Is it haunted? Because this is how haunted cars sound.
What?
Nope. That's just AM radio. And you're right to turn it off quickly. Now, Jackie Bros, when he gets in and he hears that, he goes, that's what I like to hear. If he got in and he heard like 93.7, the Party Jam,
What?
the Quiet Storm, the Wave, oldies. They play 80 songs on oldie stations, Jackie?
Hey, that ain't oldest to me. I guess it is old, but it's old that I don't like. I like 50s oldest, some of that,
I think oldies should be Little Richard.
That's what, yeah.
What do you call Little Richard
Elvis
now?
Presley. Hell, I don't know.
Like if
Little Richard, I guess that's what you call him.
If Cyndi Lauper is oldies, this is the kind of hard-hitting news that people turn to Red State Update. If Cyndi Lauper is oldies, then what is Little Richard?
Older.
Olderies?
Older is, I guess, yeah.
But if you're driving Jackie Bro somewhere like to the doctor or to the store or to try to find that one cat that he said stole his Social Security card.
That's a long time ago. How do you remember?
Those feral cats out back of your store would get into a lot of stuff.
They get in. If you left the door crack open, which you did many times, you go out back, somebody in the bathroom, you think you'd be cute. I'll go outside and use a bathroom. I'm going outside to use a bathroom. pee by the dumpster or something. You leave a door crack like that, those cats will get in there. And they get in the office. They knew how to open drawers and things. They did.
Are you sure you just didn't lose all your important papers yourself?
Well, some of them I did, but some of them I know for a fact them cats got a hold of.
Also, I don't think it's cute to go to the bathroom outside. I think it's my right as an American. You can call that cute if you like.
Well, I go bathroom in the bathroom. That's where you're supposed to go to the bathroom. That's what it's made for.
I think outside was made for going to the bathroom. That's how plants grow.
I know, but not in the. If you out on camp trip, ain't nobody miles around. Do what you want. Dig a hole, go squat down. Pee, whatever it is you want to do. I care less what kind of bathroom and where you do it, as long as it's away from everybody else. But cars go by. I know you behind the store, you in the back, but still cars pull in and park, and they can see you back there. They know what you're doing.
Now, some of my favorite places to go to the bathroom are the bushes out by your house.
All right. I don't want to talk about you going to the bathroom
You ever try this next to a holly bush? And you forget that some leaves, and this is an important lesson, some leaves have prickers. But Jackie cannot, if you're driving him to look for a feral cat that he thinks stole his Social Security card, which he thinks is against the law anyway, he cannot stand to hear FM radio. What is it you say? It says it makes your ears feel seasick?
It's something like it woozy. It makes my ears woozy. I don't like it. Now, I turn it off. That's usually what I say.
Turn it over to AM. See if we can pick up WSM.
Yeah.
Or some of the local.
If I can pick up WSM in my old truck, and surely all these new fangled radios can pick it up. Surely. Sure they can. Most of them can.
Some of the local stations here in Murfreesboro.
I'll listen to some of them, yeah.
They don't even have call letters anymore. I don't even think the government gives out call letters to AM radio stations because they're not important enough. I think they're just like, Sam owns that one.
I don't think the government gives out anything to radio stations. Nobody's giving anybody anything to radio stations except for record companies trying to make them play a record or something like that. That's how it used to be. You go around driving your truck, have your record in your car, and get out and give a bag of money, and then next thing you know, you on the, Dick Clark show, whatever it was back in.
Did you used to work in artist management in the 50s?
No, I didn't work in artist management. I just, we knew how things work,
Just watch Great Balls of Fire.
Well, that too, and also Coal Miner's Daughter. Both of those are real good. Wouldn't it be something if they could have met?
Too old for him.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
and also I'd like to keep her on the living side of things.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying she would show him a thing or two. He was funny dealing with England. That's one thing. England kissed my.
I don't mind how bad a person you are if you say England can kiss my ass.
Yeah, that's right. But you come around and try to be mean to Miss Loretta Lynn, little sissy spacek Loretta Lynn. You got another thing coming.
Is Sissy Spacek Loretta Lynn better than the real Loretta Lynn?
No, don't say that. In the movies, yes. In the movies, Sissy Spacek Loretta Lynn, but on the record, Sissy Spacek Loretta Lynn's still pretty good, but she ain't as good as Loretta Lynn, singing-wise, yeah.
I would watch a movie where Sissy Spacek Loretta Lynn beats the crap out of Jerry Lee Lewis as played by, what's his name? Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid, yeah. That's him, yeah.
He gets up on top of that piano, and she's like, "Get off of there."
They're both of the age now where they could play. They're still alive. Loretta Lynn and
so
Jerry
you're
Lee
saying
Lewis.
We should make a movie starring Jerry Lee Lewis and Loretta Lynn?
Not them. Dennis Quaid, Jerry Lee Lewis, Sissy Spacek, because they're old too, but they still around. And so is, like you said, old and older is.
Has Dennis Quaid and Sissy Spacek ever been in a movie together?
Hell, I don't know.
They'd be good together.
I like both of them all right, yeah.
But I'm saying we should get Jerry Lee Lewis and Loretta Lynn to play in a movie together, too.
Yeah, get all four of them in a movie together. There you go. But
they're the parents. And Dennis Quaid and Sissy Spacek are the kids trying to get their mom and dad together after all them years.
All of them fussing. Just fussing and hollering at one another. I'd go see that, yeah.
Funny.
But that ain't how Hollywood works.
No.
They don't know what they're doing out there. And I tell you what, nowadays, maybe Hollywood, you could pitch this to what Netflixers.
Yeah, that ain't really Hollywood. That's just your TV.
Yeah.
Sort of the AM radio of Hollywood.
Yeah.
I half opened this can of beer before we started the podcast. Folks, if you just tuning into this podcast for the first time and you think it's about radio or Sissy Spacek, you're half right. And oftentimes I have a beer that I open right into the microphone to prove how wild and crazy, how we flaunt the rules.
Well, whatever. You drank the beer and pop it open. I drink a little sipping whiskey every now and then. In a glass.
And we really love the sounds. We love the sounds.
I like the taste. Some people don't like the sounds. Some people don't like any of the sounds that we make, either drinking or eating. They just like sound talking. Not that bothers some people, mouth sounds, which I understand.
A lot of people don't like the talking either.
Well, that's true. That's true right there, yeah. Well, I got a sponsor I got to do on here today, and I'm proud to do it. It's a good sponsor I always had. We have to have sponsors on here, local sponsors from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. They give us $25, help us keep the lights on, help us keep going, but also so do you. So do you all out there. Y'all help us out, too. You go to Red State Updates, Patreon page.
Patreon.
And, we appreciate anything you can give, but I tell you what, if you give $5 or more, you're going to get a whole extra podcast besides this one that you're listening to now.
20 extra minutes with Jackie and Dunlap.
It's just talking about whatever. Probably more about Loretta Lynn, Jerry Lee Lewis, probably.
That was pretty typical of what you might find on 20 extra minutes.
Yeah, so if you like that, you want more of it, and now, now you know how to get it.
A lot of reading Twitter feeds. I'm trying to encourage people to go give us money, but Twitter feeds and celebrity biographies. Like last week, we read a lot from Goober in a Nutshell, George Lindsay with Ken Beck and Jim Clark. A behind-the-scenes look at Andy, Barney, and Opie and the gang from Mayberry's favorite mechanic.
Yeah, there's some interesting facts that we learned about George Goober Lindsay. But not only will you be giving $5 to us for this right here, you also be giving it to Redneck Matinee. That's where the same old two people you hear now get on there and we talk about Southern movies that we love or don't love.
The last episode was Convoy. Before that was Smokey and the Bandit. Before that was Gator and White Lightning.
Yep.
We got one coming up. We're going to try to get another one out this month, and it's probably going to be either Breaker or Smokey and the Bandit 2.
Or both if we're lucky. But don't count on that.
If we get ahead, we should really save one for March.
That's true. Yeah, you're right about that.
Well, this was a good meeting.
It also goes to help a park called 100 Ways to Love a Cat, which we're affiliated with. So that's $5 for 1, 2, 3. That's four of these.
Wait, this one?
Yeah.
20 extra minutes.
Yeah.
Redneck Matinee.
Yeah. 100 Ways Love a Cat.
I really thought we were doing 5.
And maybe another one.
Mystery podcast.
Something like that, yeah. But we thank you kindly, and we appreciate all our pages that help us out. But I tell you what, we also appreciate our sponsors, and boy, do I have a good one today. It's my good friends at Z-H, makers of black-eyed peppermint peas and all-animal black-eyed peppermint peas for all our webbed, gilled, four-footed, and feathered friends. Also, the makers of Super Brain black-eyed peppermint peas for enhanced pondering, figuring, and recollecting. You can operate faster, brain-wise than a million megacomputers and say goodbye to the privacy of memory. That's Super Brain black-eyed peppermint peas, and I tell you what, they got something. As if that ain't enough. Of course, they got regular, just, delicious, regular black-eyed peppermint peas for you and your cat. But now, guess what they got now? You ain't gonna believe this. Black-eyed peppermint breakfast peas. Don't that sound good? Black-eyed peppermint breakfast peas. Have it with some toast and jam. It sounds real gross, but I'll be damned. That's black-eyed peppermint breakfast peas. Start your day the Z-H way.
What? It's so funny. I feel like there was.
Huh?
So there's never been a fourth. How many Z-H
No,
products
there's
is it?
regular black-eyed peppermint peas, all animal black-eyed peppermint peas, and then Super Brain black-eyed peppermint peas. These have always been there. You've always had those.
Right,
But
for as
now,
long as we can live.
long.
That
Since I was a youngster growing up.
Newsreel footage of President Roosevelt on the back of that train, just chowing down on
eating
them.
those cans. He had all three of those, yeah. But now, of course, bless his heart, he passed on. He won't get to enjoy this brand new product that they just put out, black-eyed peppermint breakfast peas. So don't miss
Now,
out.
Can you feed that to your cats?
It doesn't say on here. I'm going to say cats will eat any kind of these. I think I'd be scared to give a cat too many Super Brain black-eyed peppermint peas. You don't want you never want a cat to be smarter than you. I think they took my Social Security card on accident. Didn't do it on purpose. They didn't know what it was. But,
I can remember that like it was yesterday, us going out there. You can, which one of you did it? And them all scattering their long, silky, peppermint-scented silver beards
their
flapping
little
in the
beards.
breeze as they ran away.
all those little cat beards just underneath the chins. Yeah, good memories. Good memories. Most of them dead now. But I got a bunch of new ones that are out there now, new cats.
Nobody has said that Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas causes cats to live longer. They, as far as I know, their lifespan is not increased.
Regular, yeah. I think it's just regular time. Cats still live a good long while. They'll live up to, some of them live up to 20 years, but mostly about, you're looking 13, 14.
Outdoors cats.
Huh? What?
But outdoors cats.
Oh, yeah, outdoors cats, you got a limit on that, yeah.
All I'll say about Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas is this. They're in all my favorite memories.
Oh, yeah, me too, yeah.
And I don't eat them as much as I should. Like, I haven't had any today.
Well, I need to get some more. I had some for breakfast because since they put this out, but I tell you what, since I had a bite of this black-eyed peppermint breakfast peas this morning, it's like I've been eating it all my life. I can't imagine starting my morning any other way.
Does it taste like eggs and bacon?
No, it pretty much tastes like black-eyed peppermint breakfast peas. I mean, it just, it tastes like, because I want my black-eyed peppermint peas to taste like black-eyed peppermint peas, no matter what time of day it is or whatever kind it is I'm eating. These you just eat early in the morning.
I can just understand why some people may be leery of eating even though plenty of people eat black-eyed peppermint peas first thing when they get out of bed.
My mama did, my daddy did, my daddy great-granddaddy, they always ate these, yeah.
But now that we have a product that specifically says eat this for breakfast, I think the last holdout who has said, I don't know, this ain't a breakfast food, can finally put their fears to rest, open up a can, and start their day.
Got no excuse now. No excuse at all. I can't imagine anybody not having these breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Well, that's it's just, it feels like, I'm glad they're finally expanding into officially into the breakfast food marketplace. It's just funny. Do you ever have like a deja vu of your say, when Crystal Pepsi come out, you remember, and people were like, didn't there used to be some Crystal Pepsi? And people were like, no.
That's like New Coke. Remember New Coke?
Yeah, and I was like, remember, I'd be like, didn't New Coke already come out? And people would be like, no, it's New Coke.
Yeah.
But I could have swore. It's just, sometimes I feel like, wasn't there like another black-eyed peppermint pea flavor?
No.
Remember 3D Doritos? You eat them, and people were like, that didn't exist. I'm like, I know it did.
I don't recall any other kind except what I just mentioned in this new delicious black-eyed peppermint breakfast peas. That's
it's like the Berenstain Bears. You remember the Berenstain Bears?
Yeah, cartoons.
And people said it used to be spelled a different way, and they weren't Christians. And now they're Christians, and they spell it AIN. And I'm like, I don't know. It's all crazy.
What, they used to not be Christian when they get shaved?
I think people, well, I don't know. Somebody, I guess, come to that tree and told them the good news.
Well, I don't know. Most churches wouldn't save an animal, but I understand it's cartoonish for children. It's different, you know.
In a world of animals, they would.
Well, yeah, if it was like a world, yeah.
But, I mean, no, a church wouldn't let a bear into.
No.
What are we even talking about?
I don't know.
So that's Z-H, black-eyed pep. What is it?
Black-eyed peppermint breakfast peas.
I've got a sponsor, Jackie, that I think
Yeah.
you're really going to like. You remember our good friend, Koi Pond Puddle,
Oh, yeah.
who runs Mouse Collection.
Well, yeah.
Great
Pest control, but also
pest control.
entertainment.
Likes to, he comes to your place, which is overrun with mice and rats. Because as we all know, mice and rats have no natural predators.
There's nothing. All you got, yeah, Koi Pond Puddle. I don't know who else you're going to call to take care of that situation. They, yeah, top of the food chain as far as animals go.
He'll come over to your warehouse or your feed bin or your cellar or attic, your abandoned vehicle, whatever's infested, and he will collect the mice by murdering them.
Well, some, and then some he collects.
Some he takes back to his place.
Some just certain special ones he likes.
If they've got what he calls the showbiz
What he's
gene.
looking for, and he does a little mouse show. I ain't seen it yet, but Lord knows I want to.
And he said that he give me a piece of paper here. It's an envelope, says copy inside. He said, I just wanted to give you something that talks about how much I like Z-H black-eyed peppermint peas and how much the mice have really, the show business mice have really been enjoying them. And I said, well, you kind of giving them a free, I think Jackie may be. But he said, open up this envelope and read this. This is weird. This isn't copy at all.
What is it?
It's like a label off of a can.
What kind of can? What do you
A
mean?
can of black-eyed peppermint peas. Z-H black-eyed peppermint. But see, I've never seen. This is weird. It's like what I was talking about, like a Berenstain Bear black-eyed peppermint peas.
What is it?
It says it's called Mount Norakura teriyaki style black-eyed peppermint peas.
What?
It's got a little pea, the famous symbol of the pea, wearing hip-hop clothes and listening to Walkman earphones, as it has been for nearly a century now.
Longer than that, yeah.
But did he just make up a fake label? Like,
I've never heard it. I
some
tell
sort
you
of art
what,
installation?
it sounds good. I'd love to try it. Any kind of black-eyed peppermint peas tastes good, but
Down here at the bottom it says turn it over.
Wow.
Oh, and on the other side of this label, he's written the name of another imaginary product, Tonio's Italian style black-eyed peppermint peas.
Why would it do that?
It doesn't make any sense. You see what he got? There's a actual label that he made up of Mount Norakura teriyaki style. Z-H Mount Norakura teriyaki style black-eyed peppermint peas.
Right.
And on the other side of that, he said, turn it over. And he wrote.
It's just like with a pen.
Just, it was like a Sharpie maybe.
Yeah.
It says, Tonio's Z-H Italian style black-eyed peppermint peas.
That don't make a damn bit of sense. What the? It
Are you
sounds.
sure? Because I'm getting a little taste in my mouth.
Watch those mouth sounds now.
But no, in my mouth
What?
it's like full of Italian style right now.
Seemed like it'd be zesty, you know, like that little zest
Uh-huh.
to it or something.
Yeah, zesty.
Like black-eyed peppermint peas with a little. That sounds delicious, but it also sounds something like a mayo. Man.
Taste it on your tongue. I've had it. We've had it. They had it before.
No.
They had
'cause
teriyaki style. They made us forget.
What?
Say goodbye to the primacy of memory. They made us forget that they had Italian style because it come out and nobody liked it. It's too zesty. It's too zesty. And then last week they did teriyaki style, Mount Noricura, teriyaki style black-eyed peppermint peas.
Seems like now that you say that again, it seems like I tried that and didn't like it too much. But it was still good. But
Look,
it was, yeah.
They sent me a link for a YouTube video, and look, it's the mice putting on the show, telling us how they did that. And behind it, it's an original cat without a beard, because cats used to not have beards. You understand?
That's it. They use computers to take that beard off that cat. They can do anything like that
This
nowadays.
cat is guarding the mice, putting on the production, the educational production from the Z-H people that will come down and wipe all these mice out. And also this cat wants to eat the mice because cats like to eat mice and they don't have beards.
Wait a minute.
And then also Tony owes his Chef Carmack Struffalo.
Chef Carmack Struffalo?
That's what he wrote down here.
But he run off somewhere, didn't he? He ain't been around. He ran off with Piedmont.
It all is starting to make sense now. Remember the turkey mustard when they opened it? It erased people's memory.
Wait a minute. Now, that's you talking about ZH or Z dot period H. This is Z-H. It's something different. The peppermint peas ain't got nothing to do with none of this. I don't know what he's trying to
No,
stir
stay with
up.
me. I can feel the cloud forming in my mind. They're trying to Z-H. They control our memories. They've implanted their peas throughout our history.
But it's always, I've always eaten it since
Stay
I was
with
a little boy.
Garfield.
Garfield.
He don't have no beard. Stay with me. We can fight this.
Oh, Heathcliff.
Heathcliff. He don't have no beard.
Pink Panther.
That's not a cat. That's not a cat.
And now this is Jackie Bros. We're still on here, still talking on here. And what's his face is still here with me.
Dunlap.
Yep.
Jackie, did you watch the Super Bowl?
I tried to watch some of it and turn it off after a while. It's like, oh, the hell with this.
Did you watch the State of the Union?
Hell no. What the hell I watch that for?
The president of your country was talking to you, Jackie.
Was he talking? Well, if he was talking, it was either crazy talk or he was lying. I don't like him to do that. Anytime, I'm not going to sit there and put myself in front of him so he can just do it right to my face. If he did anything crazy or whatever, I'm going to hear about it anyway, extra crazy.
If it's just boring.
That's what I heard anyway. I heard he was low energy is what I heard, yeah. When Stacey Abrams went on after him, everybody, if Fox News is saying she did a better job than the president, and Rick Santorum, who, first off, let me make it clear, should not be on TV and whose opinion does not matter, but still, when he says she did a better job than the president, then he must have really done bad. Of course, everything he does is bad, but, you know.
So, he addressed the Senate. This is the speech where the president talks to all the senators and the Congress peoples.
Yeah.
And the Speaker of the House is behind them and the Vice President.
Yeah.
And people stand up when they like it and sit down when they don't.
And don't do nothing when they don't, yeah.
Who was the best at sitting down and not doing nothing when Trump talked?
I don't know for sure, but I think it's that Ocasio-Cortez. What's her name now?
AOC, I call her.
AOC, that's the easiest
I
way
hope
to say
that catches on.
AOC.
I just don't. I think we should just call everybody by their initials, honestly. People's names are too long and hard to pronounce. I'd rather not bother with learning things about you. Just give me 3 letters I can call you. That's why I call you. What's your middle name?
Huh?
Do you have a middle name? Or are you one of the old-timey kids from the Depression that was too poor to have a middle name?
I don't remember. I had, I think it was, well, I know what it is, but they never did call it Merle.
Jackie Merle Brawls?
Brawls, yeah.
So you're saying that's what they called you, but it's not official?
What's it's on the birth certificate or whatever, but nobody ever, no one ever said all 3. Even when my mama got mad or something, just nobody called me that. I don't know. That's a waste of a name, I think. I don't know why you'd put it in there if nobody going to say it.
What'd they call you when they got mad?
Just get out here. You know, if you did something bad, your name ain't worth saying.
How do you spell Merle?
Been so long, I don't know. M-A-R-Y-L.
It's got to be on some paperwork.
M-U-R. But I ain't looked at it. It ain't on my driver's license. It ain't on my Social Security card.
Cats
it's on the
probably got it.
Well, I hope not.
It ain't on your driver's license?
No.
Because you couldn't remember how to spell it when you...
I just don't. I didn't think to write it down. It's so damn... Oh, it go...
I'm pretty sure if the A is a second letter, it's not Merle. Could it be Mark?
No, I know what it is. Merle. M-U-M-E. Yeah. For the life of me, I don't ever use it.
What if you had to fill out something important that verified your identity?
Nobody wants it. Jackie Bros is enough. That's what anybody's ever called me. I you know.
Now, from now on, I'm going to call you JMB.
Whatever you want to call me, it's fine, as long as it ain't, you know.
Because we don't know how to spell Merle, and we don't really know how to pronounce Brawls.
M-E-M-U.
JMB and AOC. So AOC, what'd she do? She sit on her hands? Did she...
I don't know.
Flip him off?
Probably just sat there. She might have done all that if she had.
Was she on Twitter coming up with throwing some great shade?
Whatever. I don't do that. I don't know how you get on Twitters or whatever, but no, whatever. She's welcome to do it.
What about Nancy Pelosi?
Well, what did she do? Everybody talk about that. I call it smart aleck clap is what I call it, but people had other names for it. But she did like, here you go, you smart aleck, smart aleck, like she being smart.
Did you ever think there'd be a day when you loved Nancy Pelosi, you, Jackie Merle Brawls, loved Nancy Pelosi as much as you do today?
Nope.
Or as I call her, MP?
Nope. Never thought in a million years. Anything, but she, every time she mean to him, I'm liking her more and more. He ain't got no leverage with all this. They say he's mad as hell, he's furious and all. That's all I've heard today. The president is furious. I'm like, yeah, so I don't give a damn. And he's tweeting this and tweeting that. Like, he don't know what's in store. They look at the numbers. He's in what? On a good day, he's 40% approval rating. And they're 60. So they ain't gonna bend to him. There ain't no reason to. And he don't know how to deal with that.
Do you remember anybody ever paying this much attention to any other president's emotions before? Did anybody, Bush is furious.
They used to say Bill Clinton, I call him Bill Finger, because I was going to say Bill Clinton when he shake his finger at you. Oh, he mad. He got mad on there. He got mad on 6 Image shaking that.
But that's it. Nobody was like behind the scenes. Clinton is very emotional.
No.
Nobody like Obama is. I mean, you'd hear like he got mad at something, but not like every day we're checking in on the mood of this moron. Moron's moods is what we should call this chapter in America. The moron's moods.
Yeah, I don't really give. He'd been throwing a fit. He was throwing a fit when he had all 3 branches of government. They were all here. He owned it. They didn't do nothing to him, and he was still mad all the time. So now he's going to be mad all the time more because he don't have all 3.
He basically has been throwing a fit his whole life, DJT.
Well, yeah.
DJT's whole life is basically getting everything he wants until he doesn't, and then he throws a fit and he gets in the paper.
Yep. Well, he going to be throwing a lot of extra fits, and I tell you what, I've done listened to it for 2 damn years. I'm pretty much immune to it now, so he can kick and scream like a baby all he wants. I ain't going to go pick him up at the bassinet. Sometimes that's how you teach a baby.
Gross.
Well,
I am imagining you holding a full-size adult DJT right now, and it is kind of funny. Like you walking him around the room, barely able to hoist up the girth. In my mind, the scene, it makes no sense. It's surreal, and I know it couldn't exist in a real-life scenario, but just picturing you barely holding this gigantic trunk clad only in a diaper, and your grizzled old hand slapping, making that slapping sound on the back
I don't
of
want to hear about him being in
until
diapers.
he burps.
And I don't like ever hearing stories about me being in any proximity with him. I was once. Thought it was funny. Thought it was cute. When he's up in New Hampshire. He was right there across to me. He pointed at me and went, ooh, whatever it was he said. And if I'd have known then what I know now, I at least would have called him something.
What would you have called him if we could do it all over again?
Oh man, I'd take some planning. If you go back time and say, I only get one chance to scream something in that man's face, what's it going to be? Just to satisfy me, just to make me happy. What's it going to be? I can't make that. That can't be a quick decision on my part. I'd have to sit down and do some thinking on that.
Hey, that's a better scenario than like, hey, if you could go back in time, would you kill baby Hitler? A better question is, if you could go back in time and yell something at baby Hitler, what would you yell?
I won't kill nobody. Yeah, I don't want to do that. He's the president. Either way, he's still a president. You don't kill him. You don't kill a president. Don't do that. Is he a criminal? Yes. Do you arrest criminals? Yes. Do you put criminals in jail? Yes. All that. Yeah.
You could probably kill Hitler.
You could kill Hitler, and you can kill criminals too. They do have death penalty.
They do. A lot of people kill criminals.
But that's that's
also
a process.
You kill people in wars all the time. America bombs. How many people would you say America has killed?
Oh, a lot.
In the name of war, like war dead that plenty. America.
More than I care to count. Yeah.
So you kill plenty of people.
That's true.
Actually.
Yeah.
And get medals for it sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes get parade medal if you're brave, yeah.
So anyway, President Trump gave a speech this week. Finally got his speech. Finally got to drone on to the American people. Mad about all the investigations. What do you say about the investigations? You can't have peace and what?
I don't know.
Why am I even trying to remember?
I don't even know.
Basically, he was saying, stop investigating me.
Yeah, that's what he'd been saying before he fired Comey.
That never works out, does it?
Never does. Never does.
When people say, stop investigating me, I can't do my job, even if it's president. Like Nixon said stuff like that. That didn't.
That's what that 60, what is it, 60% executive time? That's just him sitting there worried about getting investigated, I guess. Maybe he was more productive otherwise.
How do you think he worries? Does he pace around the
don't
room?
Worry.
That sounds like a lot of exercise.
Worry is something I don't know about he does. Get mad and holler and kick things. Yeah, I think he does that. He ain't ever suffered no consequences of nothing his entire life. That's how he wound up the way he was. So I go back and say it again. He does not know what he is in store for with this. He already got the Southern District of New York has a laundry list of investigations. Ain't a damn thing he can do about that. He's trying to, he has been, as far as I'm concerned, trying to figure out how to control the Mueller investigation. Before that, Comey, just to shut the FBI down. Didn't know how to do that, made that worse for himself. Everything he's tried to do, and he's tried to take care of it, he done nothing but made it worse for himself. And now he's got now Congress is doing how many investigating? It's just going to be awful. It's going to be a mess, and he don't have a clue. Have a clue.
He's just a spoiled baby at best. And a lifelong criminal on the grift. Well, not at worst. I guess worse would be like a treasonous Soviet agent. But he has just been a life of crime, small stakes. I mean, not small stakes. He's made a lot of money. He made himself famous. But like nobody give a shit what Donald Trump did. I'm sure there are people in New York who sued him and
all that. The people he's paid out how many people that sued him. He got money. If those are the them, makes all these lawsuits go away.
But he was never in a position of responsibility where people would go after him.
Well, I tell you
with the vigor they'd go after a responsible, actual human being.
I appreciate Southern District of New York, what they're doing in these investigations. I appreciate them trying to get to the bottom of a lot of crookedness. It appears to be crookedness to me anyway. But hell, if they had done that when he was doing it before he became president, it could have saved us a lot of trouble. Maybe now they just keep an eye out on every, excuse my language, dumbass
clown
that's on TV and has a lot of money. You got to watch whatever they do.
I mean, he really just thought he was at first probably going to maybe write a book, get some campaign donations he wouldn't have to pay back.
Yeah.
Get a show on Fox, maybe.
Start his own channel. He wanted to start his own channel.
Yeah, they were going to start the channel. They were going to, make a lot of money off of criticizing Hillary Clinton.
That was the plan. Actually, the original plan was just to get another season of his game show.
That's right.
That was all it was.
And he kept rolling with it. Yeah. I'll have a whole network.
Yeah, it kept going. And guess what? I'm going to have a whole world.
I have a hotel in Moscow. Like, this is really paying off. I'm glad I rode that escalator down and called Mexicans rapists, because we're going to make a lot of money. Finally, I'm making some money again.
Well, him becoming president, even though that wasn't the intention, surely hadn't stopped him from making money, because that's what half of these investigations are about. What are they investigating? The damn inauguration. People paying money for this, paying for that, and nobody got paid. Of course, first off, nobody showed up to that. How much they paid, nobody going to see that, hide that money. All his charitable organization, which is hilarious just saying that he had a charitable organization, charity. There was an actual Trump charity. It had to make a deal to shut down forever because evidently none of that money. And that's his children too. Of course, he raised them that way. It ain't their fault they're awful. Look what they come from. But those two boys are old enough, though. I still don't like them.
Hell, Ivanka's in the damn inauguration shit.
I know it.
All that. Listen,
They're
don't need us.
They're all mixed up in it. It's a two-bit mafia hood is what it is.
I know this is a podcast where we cuss the president.
Oh, yeah.
Jackie Brawls and Dunlap, too. Never Trump former Republican, get on here and cuss them. You don't need us to tell you what terrible people the Trump family are. And yet, here we are on a podcast that you downloaded so we can do just that, unless you turn it off after the sponsors, which maybe some people do.
That's fine.
Well, I guess, Jeff, you don't want to cuss him anymore? You got anything else to say about him? Or should we just move on to the blackmail?
It's the same old thing. I've said it over and over again. You had to move on.
National Enquirer was blackmailing Amazon man Jeff Bezos.
Well, they messed up with New York already because he done made a deal to rat out Trump and that whole business because he got immunity from that's another New York thing. So I guess he's getting himself in more trouble.
These are some great people.
Ain't nobody around him great. Everyone, they either in jail or they about to go to jail. That should tell you something right there. I ain't just that alone. Of course, people out there think, they're just coming out of the woodworks to get all these people. And again, a lot of these people have been breaking the law for years and years and years, and it took them to do this. They just let it slide until, hey, wait a minute, we got to stop this.
Listen, there are like 700 investigations going on right now. And yet, how did he even make it past all the accusations against him? He come down just being racist.
Yeah.
And that's what won the White House for him.
Yep.
And the Access Hollywood tape, all the it's just insane because we're living in some kind of crazy world where
he's made it that way, yeah.
As entertaining as this whole debacle in Virginia is on a Veep level, it's also very discouraging to people trying to live in this country.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Especially people who aren't white. And, of course, then there's the whole sexual assault from the second guy
Yep.
in charge. And then the third guy also did blackface. So it's blackface, sexual assault, then the
Blackface again. Yeah.
Sexual assault's also not. It takes a little bit of the zaniness out when you really just look at everything.
Yeah. Well, that stuff's awful. It's just what's behind it. Even if what you thought was behind it wasn't really what, you weren't trying to do nothing. You put a blackface on and a Klans people in a yearbook. I don't remember that. I don't remember that happening. But, of course, if you ask me right now, Jackie Bros, we want to get out your yearbooks and look in it. Do you think there's something racist in it? I'm going to say probably is. Now, is it that? I hope not. I don't think it is. I don't remember it being that. But more than likely, anything going back so many years, you're going to find something a little racist about it. This is a racist country. Always has been. I hope it won't always will be. But, we're going through some growing pains right now, I tell you that.
We should just lead with apology. Just before anybody says anything, right off the bat, I'm sorry for everything.
Sorry for
my part in it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for things that happened I played no part in.
I'm sorry for being ignorant for a long period of time.
Ignorance I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for the things I did that I knew was sexist and racist.
Yep.
I'm sorry for the things I did out of ignorance. I'm sorry for just going along with a lot. I'm sorry. Keep it short. Then hear what you're in trouble for then, and then apologize again, taking those, and then say, you know what, I'm going to apologize again, then I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to come back in a week and apologize again, and I'm going to continue to apologize. Make some restitution.
Sure.
I'm just talking about myself, not...
Oh, yeah. Just you. Yeah.
Not a politician.
Man,
I don't know what a politician should do. I guess they
yeah.
quit, and then they go do something else.
When the second man come out and said, let me get this out. Now, I will say he handled it better as an awful situation as it is.
The second blackface man.
The second
sex assault man.
Not the sex assault man. I'm talking about the second blackface man.
These are the three top Democrats in Virginia. Okay, go ahead.
The second blackface man, he at least wrote something out that made sense to me. It didn't excuse his behavior at all, but he seemed to have an idea of how offensive it is, and it just seemed to be closer to that than the other fella who just said, I also did Michael Jackson, and
nobody you shouldn't expect forgiveness. You should do a really good. I don't know.
Well, hey, watch your mouth, but I kept expecting more and more people to come out. I guess this happened in the 80s. People did blackface in the 80s. I didn't participate in that. I didn't see a whole lot of it around me. Now, have I seen little ornaments and little trinkets and little things like that in the South, a little blackface, caricature stuff? Yes, and it's awful. I never did like that stuff. I didn't have it in my store. So I ain't playing dumb. I've been around it, but I don't remember anybody dressing up doing a show or whatever the hell it was it did. Getting a yearbook, anything.
I think it's just like, see.
Well, I was expecting everybody, if you out there and there's a picture of you darkening your skin for whatever reasons, we determined now that there's no excuse for that. Then, you better come out and say it now, because it's going to come out. And let's be honest, if somebody put this out there to begin with, I'm not saying it shouldn't be out there, but the reason that's out there has to do with what he said about abortion before that. So it's all political and stuff, but at least, if it gets us talking about this and trying to figure out what the hell to do other than say I'm sorry, I don't know. But now it's chaos there. All three of them in this, and I think that's going to eventually benefit the first fella, because he's got two behind him. Say, well, look at them, and then he'll go on and keep his job. Should he? Should he not? I don't think I think probably the best thing for him to do would be resign, because I don't know how you're going to govern. But I tell you what, maybe Democrats are taking a page from a Republican's book on this. Because Steve King's still sitting right where he is, complaining right now about the governor of Virginia. Now, he didn't do no blackface, but he sure did say nothing wrong with white supremacy. And he's still sitting where he's at. And let's not forget the fellow we've been cussing from the get-go.
Just wait till Elizabeth Warren gets in there.
Oh, hell.
Now's the time that we both have to go. Our podcast come out really great, we know. Our time is at an end, so until we meet again, we'll just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Well, I'm done.
What do you want to do now?
I don't know. I'm done. I'm done doing this.
You mean forever?
Huh? Maybe. If we got to keep talking about what we've been talking about, maybe I am done. I ain't got nothing left to say about any of it, and nothing I say about it means a damn thing. So I don't know why the hell we're doing it anymore.
Well, we always said we were going to stop at episode 338.
8. Yep, that's
From
true.
the beginning.
That's true. Yeah.